Okay, fight fans. Yes, that's right. We have him, the new top dog at lightweight, our guy, the undisputed lightweight champ of the world, Devin Haney. What's up, champ?
Yes, sir. What's up with it? I like the way that sounds. That sounds crazy. Undisputed. It sounds crazy to just hear.
Fresh off the jet, you don't really have a scratch on you outside of that little headbutt, little bruise right there, but it's healing well. I want to go back to Australia for a few. We're going to talk about that masterful performance. Congratulations, first of all, on the win. When you first touched down in Australia, and at that point, you knew that your father, Bill, at that point, you didn't think he was going to make it. When you first touched down and was received by the Australian people, whoever met you, I mean, how were you feeling at that point?
Honestly, I was upset. Like, when I first got there, I didn't really care to interact with much of the people there because, I just felt like everybody was against me, with them not letting my dad in. But I had to stay focused. I had to really, just lock in and, hope and pray that, everything worked out well. And it did.
So what was in your mind? What were you thinking? Where am I going to train at? Are they going to be there acting stupid? These fans. Were you thinking things like that?
Yeah, I would definitely have to think about those things. I had somewhere to train. So I really wasn't thinking about where I was going to train at, but I just was thinking about how the people would react, if they would be, crazy and just really, you're just thinking about everything. And they actually came on to me, and it was much better than what I thought. When I got there, I was like, this is not bad at all. And I actually genuinely had fun. So yeah.
You weren't, your father wasn't there, but you weren't alone. Every time I saw you moving, you were a heavy crew. So how many people did go? The people that were able to go, how many were in your crew?
For training, for around training, for the 2 weeks that we were there training, I would say maybe about 20 people, it was about 20 of us. So we came deep with, coaches, family and stuff like that. Then around the time when the fight came, I would say it was about 50 people, about 50 of us. So I came with a pretty solid crew of guys that was ready to go to war by any means necessary. We was ready to take on whoever, wherever. So I was comfortable. That's why I was ready to go to war if my dad was gonna be there or not.
I noticed your comfortability on the ring walkout. I've never seen you skip to the ring like that and smile like you were so happy to be in that moment. I didn't see no jitters. I know you have butterflies and people are nervous. Fighters are nervous. But you look more comfortable than you ever did before in the biggest fight of your life. Why do you think that?
Yeah, it was God. I can't really say because it just was crazy how comfortable I was. I just felt at home in my element. Maybe it was just my dad being there, me not thinking my dad would come, and then him being able to come and us just being in tune and be just it was I don't know. When I walked out, it was I was ready to hear the booze. I wanted to hear them. I wanted to hear the crowd. I wanted to be loud, and it just energized me. It pumped me up.
In order for you to stay that focused and that locked in for 12 rounds, it's hard in enemy territory and all of the things that were against you. What do you think? What was your father saying in the corners? Because Barack and I watched it together. We were just yelling and screaming. We couldn't even hear what was going on in the corner. But what was the best piece of advice that your dad gave you in that corner that you carried throughout that fight?
He was just telling me to stay relaxed. We were just taking it round at a time. One round, all right, boom, that's another round. Boom, that's another round. We were just each round he would give me instructions for that round. It wasn't like he was just sending me instructions for a whole fight. Right. And that's where I feel like people get unfocused when they try to look too far ahead. But no, we were just all right, boom, that was a good round. But do this, do that, or throw more feints, or offset them with this or something like that. So we were just taking round after round after round, and yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you this because you ain't gonna say this on your own. Were you 100% going into that fight?
Yeah. I would say that I was 100%. Well, as far as I would say 100%.
I'm talking about, because sometimes you got little aches and pains or whatever.
And what's crazy, that's a good question because that was the first fight in a long time that I was actually 100%. Normally I actually I have a shoulder or a hand or something that would be bothering me, but nah, nothing was bothering me. Like I said, it was God. It was just my moment. It was my time to for the world to see. And it was crazy. Like, just mentally, I was there. Physically, I was there. It was like I knew that nothing could stop me.
Yeah. People were criticizing your performance, even though I thought it was masterful. Did a little bit of you say, you know what, I want to mix it up a little bit more, like I did against Linares, and bang with him a little bit, like I did with Jojo Diaz?
Yeah.
Or were you just saying, you know what, I'm going to make this look easy?
No, a lot of it was telling me to go in there and bang with him. Like, once I seen, how much I was able to do, I wanted to pick it up. I wanted to up the tempo, up it. But I learned in the Linares fight. I learned that I could. You know what? I'm here in Australia. I'm all the way out here. We don't know what the judges, whatever the case may be. Let's continue to pitch a shutout and stay disciplined. And that's what I did. I just wanted to stay disciplined and stick to the game plan. People don't understand. Like, I used to didn't understand experience. Like, man, I got skills. I don't care about that experience. But like, that's where experience comes in. Like, where you could easily go in there and just bang with them, and it could work out. You could go in there and get them out, and you look like a genius. Or you can go in there and knock the out, or you get hurt like I did against Linares, and that's just where experience
or not even get hurt, because he doesn't necessarily have the power that Linares has, but he can mix it up a little bit and land a couple of more shots, and then they take it from him.
Exactly. They could do that, or it just makes it to where, oh yeah, he did this, but remember that shot that George landed where he did this? You just make it so
you didn't give him room.
They can't say nothing. You can't even name a punch that George hit me with. You can't say, oh, well, I remember when George hit him with this. What can you say? You can't say nothing.
There wasn't any of those moments in that fight. You didn't leave any room for that. At what point, you hadn't shared the ring with him ever, so at what point in the fight did you say to yourself, all right, this is going to be an easy night for me. I see everything that he's doing. What round?
I knew early, honestly. I knew early. I knew how easy I was able to touch him and just outthink him. I knew that, like, my IQ was on a different level, just off the jump. Just different stuff that you just see instantly that And I got out ahead, and I just didn't stop after that.
I honestly can't remember how long it's been since I seen somebody use the jab that effectively. It was an amazing weapon throughout the entire fight, because people, you have to be able to appreciate that. It was entertaining with the jab. Was that the plan going into the fight, or you just saw it once you got in there?
Yeah, that was the plan going into the fight. We knew that the jab would be a weapon, and I used it, and it worked. But we definitely have other weapons. We had other stuff in the arsenal, but the jab worked so well that he didn't. I didn't use him. I didn't have to bring out the other weapons. I didn't have to show him the other weapons. And when he came in, a lot of people say, well, why didn't he just go in and try to rough him? Why he just didn't run in? Because I may not be the hardest hitter. I may not be a one-punch knockout puncher, but I got enough to keep you at bay. I got enough to keep you from running in. And at the end of the day, he could say what he want, but he felt the power enough to know that, hey, I don't want to just run in and get hit with it.
Well, he doesn't have to say that, because his face kind of said that at the end of the fight.
His face definitely.
Right. So speaking of other things in your arsenal, you landed 69 power punches according to CompuBox. Now, CompuBox also said that he landed 68, which means y'all landed the same. What do you think about CompuBox statistics?
I don't know if they tried to do that just to make, if it was a bad decision, to make it like, hey, well, he landed 69, he landed 68, it was a close fight, whatever the case may be, because I can't, honestly, I can't say, I don't remember 10 punches that he hit me with. I can't really say too many punches that he hit me with, and that's just punches, reality.
10 punches including the jabs, or just 10 power punches, you mean?
Yeah, in general.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I remember before the fight, you went back and forth with Tank Davis. He had a good performance and stopped it rolling, and he said, hey, if you win this fight, you and I, let's get it on. And I know there's a contract in place stating that you're supposed to fight Kambosos again. But after the fight, you were saying, if it makes sense. Tell me what you meant by that, because I I don't think the fight warrants a rematch.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I did sign up for a rematch, so I mean, it's in my contract for us to do the rematch. But you know, it still got to make sense for me and my team. And you know, I'm gonna go back and talk with Bob, Lou, and my dad next week, and then we'll see if it does make sense. You know, because the people in Australia, so the government, the Victorian government, still got to put the money up. ESPN still got to put the money up. You know, so if it makes sense that way, then I'm all up for it because I'll fight anybody. You know, I'm not ducking or dodging nobody. So if it makes sense to my team, then I'm ready to go.
But if you had it your way, who would you want to fight? Because obviously you made that look easy. Who would you want to fight next if you had it your way?
If I had it my way, I'll fight anybody. But you know, I want to make the biggest fights happen. I'll fight Gervonta Davis, Loma. You know, those are the two that really like excite me the most. But at the end of the day, I did, you know, sign up for a rematch, and that is in my contract. And I am a man of my word. I've always been a man of my word. And you know, your word is everything. If you ain't, you know, if you don't got your word, then you ain't got nothing. So,
you know, you say a rematch. You know, you're a man of your word, and I respect that. But you said a rematch only if it makes sense. So what is your way out of that? Just moving up to 140? Is that your only way out?
Yeah, as far as, yeah, I think that's that. I don't know. I got to talk to my team, but I think that is the only way out is for me to go up to 140. Or I don't know. We got to see if George wants it himself. Maybe he doesn't want it. Maybe he does. I don't know. We got to see.
That's true. How was his power? I know you didn't get hit too much flush, but how was his power? Because whether you get hit or not, you could tell if somebody's strong.
Yeah. Honestly, everybody got power at the top. I mean, if you get hit clean, you know, it hurts. Mm-hmm. It hurts, you know. But I can't really say I got hit clean. So. Yeah.
It looked like you were the stronger fighter in there. The way that you would spin him, it looked like you was bigger and stronger. Is that the case?
Yeah, I do feel like I was bigger and stronger. I said this before the fight that I was bigger and stronger. You know, he thought I was going to be running around the ring and moving. But at points in the fight, I was backing him up. So I am a bigger, stronger fighter, and that's expected. I mean, I knew that going into the fight.
You know, I don't know if you've seen Kambosos lately in interviews. He's saying that, oh, the fight was close. Did you see him say that?
Yeah, I seen him say that. But I mean, if you want to, you know, trick yourself to believe that, then I mean, it's just gonna make for the rematch to be even easier if it is one, because he doesn't want to face reality that, you know, he got outboxed like to the extreme. It was I put like a whole arsenal on him, like I put a jab display on him, on a jab tutorial on. if he doesn't, you know, want to acknowledge that, then it's gonna make for a easier fight in the second one.
Obviously, you're top dog now, and we all know the price is going up right now. You know, it's the undisputed champ. But look, you always, I don't know if it's before or after fights, you always get a new timepiece, a new watch. What's on your list? What's on your shopping list now after this fight?
You know, honestly, I got so much jewelry, like so much stuff that, like, that's not really like what I'm into these days. Like, I want to like be smarter with my money. I want to invest. I want to, like, you know, buy some more property, like buy some trucks, like do some stuff like that.
Money that's gonna make money for you. You want
yeah, exactly.
To make money.
I want my money to make money and you know, like set myself up for after boxing.
You're still gonna stay fresh though. You're still gonna stay fresh.
Of course. I mean, that's a given. But like, I just don't want to put too much energy in trying to keep up with, you know, the Joneses. The Joneses, exactly.
So listen, now that you know that you can get the victory on the cards, a unanimous decision in Australia, you think if you guys do the rematch, you could lay down on them punches a little, you could sit down on those punches a little bit more and try and get them out of there?
Yeah, I think that is very much possible. That if we do a rematch, that it'll be a lot worse because I want to get better. Once I share the ring with you, whether it's sparring or a fight, I know what I got to do. I know what you have, what you don't have. You know, once you share your ring with somebody for 12 rounds, you know them, and I feel like I know George Kambosos. So if we do a second fight, then it will be worse.
All right, how was the experience overall? You know, with Top Rank, ESPN, and that whole new team. It's new territory for you.
Yeah, it was a great experience. I'm happy with the way that it turned out with Top Rank, and I'm excited for the future, man. We made history together, and I can't wait to see what's next.
We just had Eddie on the show, and I have to say it. He's very happy for you. I'm not sure if you spoke to him. I think he mentioned that you might have spoke to him, and he's saying that it's bittersweet because he wish he could have been there with you to enjoy that because of that journey. And you seeing it, envisioning it, you and your father, and actually happening. So, but he was genuinely very happy for you. I just wanted to put that out there because we just chopped it up with him.
I want to thank him for everything that he's done for me. You know, without him, I wouldn't be in this position. So, he helped me get here, and I couldn't thank him enough.
Well, congratulations, champ. You are the only champ. How do you feel about this WBA still having a regular champ and calling somebody else a world champion when you have all the belts?
I mean, the long as the world knows, they can separate, the difference. They know that I'm the undisputed, and they recognize me as the undisputed. I seen that Max Kellerman. He said I am the lightweight champion of the world,
yes.
But no. Address me correctly as the undisputed because.
No, you know why he said that though? Because back in the days, when you were just a titleist, they would call you a titleist. But when you were the champion, they wouldn't call nobody else a champion at all. Yeah. So they didn't have to say undisputed.
I understand all that, but today I'm undisputed.
It's different rules today. Different rules today. now, not only undisputed, you also on that pound for pound list. At least I can Barack's pound for pound list. I know everybody else's as well, but you're definitely on that pound for pound list. How much does that mean to you, like being amongst the world's best?
Yeah, it's a dream come true of mine. I'm so happy that the world is finally recognizing my skills, my talent, and I'm the guy, man, and thankful for it. But we can't get content. We still got a lot to accomplish. Still a lot more goals. I said I want my name to be mentioned with the greats when it's all said and done. Which I am on the record books now, but we still got a lot to accomplish, and I look forward to knock these guys down one by one.
Well, but with that being said, before you get out here, if Devin Haney was his own promoter and you can pick your next 3 opponents, just lay that out for me. Who are the next 3 guys Devin would fight if you can pick them in an order?
I would say Loma, Tank, and then
no Ryan Garcia?
I don't really care to fight Ryan. I think Ryan is, he's doing what he's doing. He's focused on other things, and I'm focused on belts and legacy. We're just 2 different, type of fighters, and which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm focused on some different things right about now. But I say that the 2 guys that I'm really looking at are Loma and Tank.
All right. Well, with that being said, champ, man, it was amazing to watch that amazing performance. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you back in the ring. I guess I'll see you in New York for the Berlanga fight.
Oh, you guys gonna be there?
Yes, sir.
All right, for sure. I'll see you out there.
All right, take it easy, champ.